students, I'm Sarah Antonelli.
And I'm Donald Scott. Today is Monday, March 10th, and we're coming to you live with another episode of WK Today from Studio 503.
Lately, there's been some debate between teachers and students on how tough students in our generation really have it when it comes to school.
Over the years, school has drastically changed. The way we learn, the way teachers teach, and the advancement in technology has undoubtedly made school much different from past generations. But has that helped or hurt the way that we are currently educated? We asked the staff and students of Kettering High School of their opinion on the subject.
I feel that we have it harder than our parents did in many different ways. School-wise, definitely for sure, because now I know when my dad went to school, he didn't have to take the ACT, and now we do.
It could go either way. We have more resources like the internet, but more is expected out of us.
Well, honestly, I think that old people are crazy. We do not have it easier than they do.
I believe we have it a lot harder than what our parents did, because teachers and our parents even push us more than what they did back in the day.
I feel that we, like in this generation, have it a lot harder than our parents did because the expectations were a lot higher.
I feel like we have it easier because technology is evolved over time, and we get away with a lot for our age.
I definitely think that we have it harder than the teachers because we're learning what they learned in college right now. So.
No, you got it all wrong, Brandon, because they had no practice during the ACT, and we had all this practice, and that's why they have it harder.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, I know so.
Okay, that's fine.
In my day, it was tougher because the expectations, you were to perform in school, I have so many students that choose not to work. That wasn't an option. When I was in school, everybody had to work. That was not an option. You worked, your parents said you had to work, you got in trouble if you didn't work. But I do think nowadays, with the students now, with all the standardized testing and having to comply thinking that the ACT is the end all and you have to live up to that expectation, that's always kind of hanging over your head, which we didn't really have to deal with too much.
I think students don't have it as hard today as we've had it in the past, myself included. I'm not too far out of this generation, but I would have to say that students today have it much easier. I feel like it's more handed to them today than it was when I was in high school, for sure.
What do you say?
Your generation compared to our generation, you guys had it much easier than we had it. Your PlayStation, you have Xbox. We were stuck with an Atari that had these little joysticks. Your graphing calculators for school, your iPads in school. I think school is easier, classes are shorter, your days are shorter. You have all the amenities that we did not have. You guys have it much easier than we had it in school.
School was definitely more difficult when we were in school.
I know, right? Could you retake a test when you failed it?
Heck no.
Could I retake a test when I failed it?
Heck
Nope.
no.
Why else was school more difficult?
Probably because we didn't have as much ACT prep as there is today.
And as a Kettering graduate, I did not have the academic center, which is used pretty decently, better than seminar, I think. You whippersnappers just have it too easy.
Too easy.
Which generation had it tougher? I think that every generation has its own challenges that they have to overcome. And so in terms of which generation probably had it tougher, I really don't think I could say. I think that there were certain challenges that my generation had that this generation doesn't have, and vice versa. And so I guess I have to defer to not really answering the question.
I think that the kids today, why they have education a little bit difficult, there are way too many distractions. With all the technology, although it's good, it tends to distract and keep kids from doing the things that they're supposed to do. I talk to my kids about DNA. Come on, messenger RNA was just discovered the year I was born, so there's a lot of information that kids have to know.
I agree. I do think the expectations are a little bit higher as far as requirements. Like graduation requirements, but I think it depends on the kid too. I mean, if you're somebody who's involved, then like in extracurricular, then you got to be on top of your stuff. And that was the same for us.
Right.
You know,
oh,
when we were in
absolutely.
school, like you went to school and you did your homework and you went to your sports and your lessons. I don't think we answered your question.
No, I don't, because there's pros and cons on both ends.
Different variables. What can you do?
What can you do?
WK Today took a poll of 100 students to get their take on what generation had more hardships in school. The results show that the majority, being 44%, says that our generation has it easier than past generations, compared to the 36% who said that our current generation has it harder. So which generation really does have it harder? I guess that's up for you to decide.
On that note, AP tests are just around the corner. You must be signed up and paid in full by March 20th. You can sign up with Mrs. Nye in the counseling office. The cost of each test will be $89. However, if you have free or reduced lunch, your fee is only $20. Remember to bring the form signed by your teacher that clearly states which test you will be taking. If you have any questions, please contact your counselor or Ms. Nye in the counseling office at 248-673-1264.
If you have younger siblings between 3rd and 8th grade who are interested in seeing what it's like to be a TV anchor, newspaper reporter, or magazine designer, then have them come out to the journalism experience. Our journalism department will work with students hands-on to learn what it's like to work in the field.
The workshop will be held on Saturday, March 22nd at 9 a.m. and will end at 1:15. Students will be taken through four 40-minute sessions to learn about the different aspects of journalism. Now over to Jocelyn for sports.
Thanks, Donald. Today marks the kickoff of spring sports tryouts. Varsity baseball tryouts were this morning and will continue until Thursday, March 13th in the South Gym. Tryouts start at 5:45 a.m. to 7 a.m. JV and freshman baseball tryouts are today, Wednesday, and Thursday in the North Gym. Today tryouts start at 2:30 until 4:30 p.m. and Wednesday is 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. Thursday tryouts begin at 5:30 until 8:30 p.m. along with team selections. Golf tryouts are at Oakland Yard from 2:45 to 4 o'clock p.m. Make sure to bring your clubs. Boys lacrosse tryouts will be held in the South Gym starting at 6:40 p.m. and will last to 8:40 p.m. Make sure to bring all equipment. Tryouts for girls lacrosse will be at Mott in the new gym beginning today through Friday, 6:40 to 8:40 p.m. Bring goggles, mouthguard, and stick. Girls soccer will be held in the South Gym today through Wednesday starting at 4:40 to 6:40 p.m. and on Wednesday there will be a parent meeting at 7 p.m. Softball tryouts are today in the North Gym. 10th, 11th, and 12th graders begin at 5 p.m. and freshmen begin at 7 p.m. Tennis practice will be today, Wednesday, and Friday at Crary from 3 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. on Thursday. On Thursday, practice will be at Deer Lake from 3 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Track and field practice will begin today from 2:45 to 5 o'clock. Make sure to bring a bathing suit, towel, and indoor workout clothes. To try out for any spring sport, you must have a completed physical dated after April 15, 2013, and a completed concussion acknowledgement form. Both must be on file in order to try out. There will be no exceptions. Good luck to those trying out. Now back to Donald and Sarah at the news desk. Finish.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Captains. Once again, I'm Sarah Antonelli.
And I'm Donald Scott. Have a great afternoon.